small farming community nestled by the riverbank, perfectly situated in between larger cities. It had at least 3 dozen houses, many with their own farmland and sprawling orchards beyond the river. Of course, it also had an inn for travelers, which was becoming more popular thanks to the improved roads.
Wow.
Ilmari seemed thrilled, gasping over every little thing while his eyes excitedly darted from one house to the next. Keer simply rolled his eyes and remained withdrawn as we walked over to my family's house. I admit I was concerned. Their ears weren't exactly natural, and Ilmari's hair color was striking even from a distance. There were a few people who passed and gave curious glances, but they relaxed when they saw that I was accompanying the boys. You knew everyone in Berry, especially if you live here for most of your life. When we reached my house, I motioned over to Ilmari and Keer. Can you two wait here for a bit? I need to talk to my parents first. I can't just invite strangers in. Is it some sort of home kind formality? Yeah, formality. Something like that. That's why it's important you two don't wander off.
Of course.
Right. I mean it. I opened the door and closed it behind me, stepping into the cozy room. It's beautiful. Mom, Dad, I hope they didn't leave to search for me. That will be partially my fault, but... Aura? Mom! My mom is gorgeous! I was embraced by a tight hug. Mom worryingly checked my face before stepping back. Where were you? Your dad got anxious and I keep telling him you will be alright, but when 9 came, I'm fine. The reason why my esconding took so long was because I bumped into travelers. She pursed her lips and tapped her chin. They are not amnesiac. Nope. Any mystical looking pendants of them? They have some simple jewelry, but no pendants. Dark and mysterious pasts?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure not. One is a spoiled brat, and the other seems like he will be the youngest of a dozen siblings. She sighed and relieved. Good! I've had too many troublesome experiences with people like that. Led them into a village, and then next instant it's on fire. That's my girl.
Right!
Always thinking of everything. Where's that? I'm starving. She laughed at my carefree comment. You should be back soon. She leaned to one side, looking past me. You can let your friends in if you like. I would love to. I turned to see Ilmari gingerly tapping the glass, then putting his hands all over in the pavement. He looked like performing a mime. What is this brilliant substance? You can see beyond it, but it's a barrier. Not from around here. You could say that they are dragons. Once we sat down at the table, Keer was contemplating against the wall being summoned. I quickly explained the situation. I left out the punishments as I had a feeling Keer would get embarrassed. Here, in the first place, they'll be observing our customs and looking at some of the altars we built. That sounds wonderful. No, I know there's been more interaction between both races lately, but I'm out of the loop now. Mom used to be the captain of the guard for the city of Oliver, but had long since retired. She kept busy performing various protection services for travelers and merchants, patrolling Berry, and even teaching sword fighting. We were hoping to leave first thing in the morning. And walk the whole way? I glanced at Kieran and Mari. Could always swim, but it's harder to navigate in this river recently. A lot of heaven kind activity. None of us fly, if that's what you're asking. I guess we could always hire a coachman. Actually, there's a small group of merchants heading for Oliver, and they won't leave until tomorrow afternoon. I had initially offered my services, but if you think you can handle it... You mean it? I can arrange this right now. Up for the challenge? It'll be your first real job outside Berry without me. Of course, I'll protect them to the best of my ability. She laughed at my enthusiasm and excused herself, letting the males know that they were welcome to stay overnight. I grinned and pumped a fist into the air.
I'm going to be a real knight!
I am very excited. I feel like this is my first step into real knighthood. A knighthood? Well, probably more like a mercenary. You get hired to protect people and make sure they arrive at their destination safely. That's a good thing. That way we can get to Oliver and earn whatever I sorry. However, if I could ask my mom something later, then I'd be really a knight. I could have left for Oliver at any time, but I needed something important first. I was probably grinning like an idiot, but I didn't care. When I heard the door open, I knew it was my dad and immediately jumped up. Mom was likely on her late patrols again and probably wouldn't be back for a while. You two are probably hungry. Is there anything you'd like to eat?
Thank you.
Well, I'm open to anything. I never tried having kind food before. We'll try our best to make you something you like, Ilmari. You, Keer? He was pondering at first and then reluctantly looked up. Yes?
Look,
The one that have the apple slices on it.
Right.
Oh, apple tarts, of course. Pastries are pretty much my dad's specialty. He'll make some for you. The smallest of smiles appeared on Keer's face, but they quickly vanished. At least there was something heavenkind related that he enjoyed. Our meal was pleasant, and I was surprised that my dad even got Keer to say more than a few lines. My dad always had a way of winning people over through his cooking. Ilmari found our eating traditions extremely complicated, what with all of the dishes and utensils used, but kept getting withdrawn to the windows again. If I let him loose or in a stained glass church, I snarled behind my cup thinking about it. When Mom returned, I pulled her away from the group for a private chat. Is it all arranged, so we'll be able to guard the carriage tomorrow? Yes. Then, since I'm going to Oliver anyway, can you write a letter recommending me from knighthood? In Oliver, there was a special guild for knights. People trained by revered knights could be endorsed to serve under the sun and moon consul. If I was going to Oliver now, this would be a perfect opportunity to join them. With Mom's name, they will not refuse me. If anything, they usher me with open arms. My mom sighed and rubbed her forehead, already tired of the persistent conversation. Honestly, Aura, I don't think you're ready and mature enough to. I'm ready. Not only that, I could help Keer and I could help the dragonkind better. Please? She chuckled weakly, but I could tell she was still firm in her decision. Look, I'll think about it. For now, you can assist Keer and Ilmari just fine without the rank. I gave her a petulant look, but gave it. Alright, I'm glad you're at least considering it. Thanks, Mom. I returned to the others, who were finishing up their meal. Finishing their stuff. As I gathered the dishes, Dad glanced over the stairs. Will you be spending the night here? It will be like super awkward. You already done so much for us. We also prefer more special places, so we'll be fine outside. Alright. You sure? Don't tell me. Do you see us living in these things? Well, you do look like humans right now. Not really. We still have time before it gets dark. I can show you around town if you like. Ilmari brightened immediately while Keer sighed.
I'll go.
I don't care.
Okay then.
Oh.
Weren't you ordering to learn more about Heavenkind?
Annoying.
You can just summarize it for me. I'm more about finding the altars. Which are the locations you visit after you learn?
Let's do this.
Let's sleep in Dragon's Light, Ilmari. We can have fun without crab apples circling around. I grabbed Ilmari's hand and led him outside, deciding to show off the orchids the town specializes in. They're special. As we walked down the road, we passed a farmhouse where 4 children were running and playing tag. When one spotted us, he waved, and the other 3 eagerly scampered towards us. Aura, come play! Another time chase. The youngest sibling crept forward and gazed up at Ilmari curiously. Your ears are funny. Is that about you? Not at all. They are really cute, don't you think, Heather? She giggled. They look like butterflies. The children probed at Ilmari and ran around until their mother called them back. Although I did not expect that, Ilmari seemed to have enjoyed himself. How sweet! Indeed. They are siblings, so they play together a lot. He blinked blankly before gasping. Siblings? You're all related? Yeah, it's not uncommon to have large families here, although I'm an only child myself. What about you? I guess you were like the youngest of those, and he gave a sheepish chuckle. No, I'm an only child too. It's extremely rare to dragonkind to have families with too much members. That's what I'm guessing it said. He tilted his head, then glanced at me hesitantly as if pondering something.
I have a question.
Then for mating season, is it... alarm bells went off my head, and I made a giant cross with my arm to dissuade him. Oh no, banned. I'm banning the subject. As if I could accurately answer those types of questions anyway. If you don't ask, I won't ask how it works between dragons.
I'm sorry.
Oh, right, I agree. He appeared so awkward that I couldn't help but laugh. He's so cute. And so we were chuckling over our quick diversion.
Right!
Alright, let's keep going. I can show you around one of the farms. Okay. One of the barns was open. It actually belonged to an old friend of my family. I casually strolled, pointing to various equipment. Ilmari gestured to a device in
I
the
have a
corner.
question.
What does that do? Oh, it's a churn. You use it to, churn milk or cream into butter.
What?
Cream? Butter? Here, I just demonstrated, pretending, of course. I approached the cylindrical wooden tube and touched the stave. Basically, you plunge this up and down, and it'll shake the liquid and eventually turn it into a solid. Milk, cream, and butter are all types of food. As I explained, the house owner entered, carrying 2 buckets filled with brim with something. Hi, Brownie. I saw you showing your friend around, and I thought you'd like to demonstrate the real thing. It was a wry smile. She set the bucket down. I stared at them expressionlessly. He wasn't planning on staying.
Wow.
I want to see it. Between Ilmari's persistence and my inability to decline a request from my mom's friend, I gave in. Right, I showed you, Ilmari. Then afterwards, you can show him to Milk House. Right.
Let's do this!
Fine, I'll do it. I do it all. I wasn't sure how, but I got roped into chores while showing Ilmari around. His questions were endless, and he seemed to enjoy every minute of it. Whatever I offered for him to take over, he'd just shake his head and say that he'd probably messed up. I had the feeling he was just saying that at least he loved the apple orchard when I was finally able to get him there. It was late evening when we returned, and I was rolling my aching shoulder. Ugh. Even my callousness has calluses. I haven't done farming stuff in years. I'm surprised I remember it all. It's something you never forget. I have been more focused on my sword training and patrolling duties as of late. But did you have fun, Ilmari? I didn't. He grinned brightly like a child who had just left the sweet shop with pocket full of cuts.
That is so amazing.
I did. I thought it was really interesting and educational. I don't know if I'd call it interesting, but I guess I've been here so long that it's all routine for me. If I was a knight, I could do more things. Nothing, merely thinking out loud. You sure have a lot of questions regarding Heavenkind.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. I naturally love learning about new things. In return, if you have any questions about Dragonkind, I'd be happy to answer. He stopped and shyly fidgeted with his hands, and I could tell he was anticipating an inquiry. I actually want to touch your ears, but that would be so weird. Okay. I'm guessing that it's the same language because Keer also, or maybe it's the curse. So I don't know. But I really want to touch your ears. They're just like awesome, man. Okay. I always think too much of this stuff. I'm just gonna do it, man. I'm just gonna do what I wanna do. I'm gonna touch your ears. If you let me, actually. Well, I do have one. It's been bugging me since first I encountered here, actually.
Of course.
Ask away. Can I touch your ears? He arched an eyebrow and tilted his head. That's not a real question. It totally is, and it's dragon related. Can I? I don't care. Will refuse. He would definitely refuse. If you want to. I took a step forward and extended my hands, letting him see my movements. This was rather a close position. I reached up and gripped the ends of his hair slightly. The thin skin felt delicate between my fingers, while the other parts were like cartilage. They twitched slightly depending on where I grasped. Oh, they're adorable. They're all like a fluttering butterfly. It was when Ilmari reached out and touched my ears, his thumbs massaging the inner region. What are you doing? My ears aren't that unique. They are to me. I've noticed heavenkind have two different types of ears. Oh, yes. I am a sun child. Mine are smooth on the outside, and moon children have pointy ears. You're very observative. Sun children possess the element of light, while moon children get their powers from darkness. His fingers pushed my hair back to observe the rings.
Wow.
Fascinating. And soul children and mole children get along? Everyone seems to mingle together. Yes, the only difference is what we worship. What about dragonkind? Is it the same for you? Not exactly. Dragon and Aurius are respectfully aware of each other but avoid association, although there are some exceptions. Ignites live in the volcanic regions and isolate themselves, while Seraphai rarely leave the Skylands. We pretty much keep to our own kind for the most part. I see. He's so cute! There was a moment of silence before he spoke up. We should probably let go before people wonder why we send it like
I'm
this.
sorry.
It's fine. I suggested, actually. We hastily let go. Our amused smiles reassuring each other we were at ease. This was just nothing. I should get to bed.
Thank you.
I should get to bed. It was a busy day. Night, Aurelie. Thanks so much for everything. It's fine. I had fun too, even if I got dragged out with a crossberry to do odd chores. My house is gorgeous. Once I opened the door to my house, I spotted my mom sitting at the table, holding a quill over some blank parchment. I covered my mouth to muffle a squeal. It's my letter! You're doing it? You're writing the letter! I bounced on my heels and launched into a chuckle as I hugged my mom from behind. I peered over her shoulders.
I'm going to be a real knight!
You're actually going to do it! You're actually going to do it! I'm gonna be a knight! I hugged and let go, suddenly confused. Wait, what made you change your mind? My mom laughed and leaned back, flashing me a meaningful smile. Well, I did some thinking, and I thought maybe you were right. You are ready. That's what I've been telling you. My smile was so wide, it hurt. Thanks, Mom. Love you and good night. I look forward to reading it in the morning. I dashed upstairs, determined to fall asleep. However, I couldn't help but toss and turn as I replayed the day's event. And not only Ilmari's questions, but that I was going to become a knight once I arrived into Oliver. The task to protect the carriage could be viewed as my first duty as a knight. My first real mission. I certainly couldn't sleep now. I hugged my pillow and rolled around, unable to stomach my giddiness.
I'm going to be a real knight!
Do professional knights normally act like this? I don't care, I'm so happy! To achieve the title of knight, one usually have to be trained at a famous school or academy and graduate from here. Since I did not live in a big city that had such establishments, I did train solely under my mom's stead, and her status and achievements were well known, which why I needed that letter badly. If she recommended me, other captains or noblemen will probably hire me and I will serve the sun in Mon Consul. And I'll be able to see more of Ishtera outside Berry as a real knight. Unable to remain still, I hopped out of the bed and paced restlessly. I approached the window, not sure what I was expecting. What were those two doing anyway? Isn't it like Keer can transform back and sleep how he always does? I wonder if I can find them and check on them quickly. Snatching the blanket off my bag, I wrapped it around my shoulders like an oversized shawl. Then I used the strap of my belt and a scabbard and walked out the door. Outside it was comfortably cool, and I found the sound of crickets and frogs soothing as I walked beside the river. I guess I was subconsciously anticipating to find Ilmari sleeping on the bank or underwater on a whim. I entered the apple orchard. I spotted Ilmari sitting against one of the tree trunks. His ears instantly perked up, although I had the feeling he'd hear me approaching earlier. Can't sleep. Something like that. I sat down next to him. He poked out the grass in front of him dejectedly. Keer wouldn't bond with me. Huh? Bond? Dragon bond by nestling together. I thought since we were going to be travel companions despite our differences. He hated the idea though. Keer doesn't seem to like being touched in general. I can imagine. He stared at me hopefully. He stopped and tucked his knees up, his arms resting around his legs. What about you? Is it different between Heavenkind? I scrambled to formulate an answer. Well, cuddling is something between family and loved ones. Hugs are more acceptable between friends. What did I know? My mom was full of knighthood dreams and sword skills. In no way was I the most authoritative representative regarding Heavenkind relationships. Hug? You're gonna make me show you, right? This is so happening right now. You put your arms around someone and hold them close. Basically. I mimed the actions using my blanket. He nodded in understanding. Then I guess you wouldn't, you want to cuddle. You are awfully cute, man. I can't say no to you. Declining Ilmari will be like regretting a basket full of kittens. Exactly! That's what I'm talking about. Kittens will look up at you pleadingly. It's awful. You just can't say no. For a few minutes, I can't stay out here. I can't stay out here all night. I do need to return to my bed. I shuffled over to him until we were shoulder to shoulder and adjusted the blanket so it dropped over both of us. It's not that cold out? Not really. It feels nice. So, forgot to ask this earlier, but why are you interested in learning about Heavenkind? Because your culture is fascinating. What?
That is so amazing!
Everything the Heavenkind do is amazing. You can create things I've never seen before, and look, you can do this. He twinkled his thumbs and fingers. They are so dexterous. I laughed and mimicking him momentarily. It's true our kinds are interacting more? I assume you've heard of it.
Of course.
I'd like to be sort of a mediator. I think you called it a diplomat? I've already tried to help Heavenkind before, but it didn't work out. It's harder than it looks. Also, this was incident. They were willingly entering this monster's mouth, and there was nothing I could do about it.
What? No.
Yes, the strange one that smells of wood and floats on the water. I've never seen it before, and the heaven guide simply enter it. I noted a few times, but people seem upset. It was a boat. Yeah, we used those to travel up and down the river.
What?
So it wasn't a monster? Oh, poor little thing. I pat him on the shoulder, trying to reassure him. It's okay. Misunderstandings happen. You had good intuitions and intentions, and now you'll be able to study Heavenkind at a more personal level. I'll do my best to clarify anything you're uncertain of. In return, tell me more about Dragonkind. That seems fair. I'll try not asking more boring questions, though. I mean, what interests me didn't seem so fun for you. I'm never churning butter again. Feeling that our conversation had reached a satisfying note, I clutched the blanket and stood up. You'll be fine by yourself?
Of course.
He has lived alone all these years. He'll be fine. I'll see you in the morning. Playfully, I dropped the blanket bag over him. Even a dragon might need an extra layer warm in the Heavenkind body. Take care then. Oh, Keer. As I sauntered back to my house, easily guided by the bright moon, I spotted Keer so restlessly pacing by the door. Puzzled, I approached him. Need something? Ilmari is past the river if you're looking for him.
I don't care.
Whoa! Calm down. Nothing to do with him, but thanks for the heads up, since I can avoid him easier. I would have given him a light punch to the shoulder, but I remember he hated contact. Mean. Play nice. He'll be traveling with you after all. I hope you don't mind being stuck with me until we reach Oliver. I think we'll have fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Annoying.
Ah, I've noticed. I hear you squealing, even from afar. My ears couldn't shut it out if I tried. I'm sorry. It's something that I always wanted to do, and now it's the perfect opportunity. Our elite talks to Keer is like, it's nothing, man. It's just like that. It doesn't really matter. I should do the same. All the experience from my freelance jobs will finally pay off, and I'll be on the road to knighthood. Let's make tomorrow's task a successful one. We're guarding that wagon, so the merchant's cargo will arrive safely in Oliver. Think you can handle it? He won't be doing stuff. He wrinkled his nose. An escort mission. Not the most glamorous duty, but it's honorable. Anyway, I'm going to bed. I promise I'll stop squealing. As I was about to open the door, Keer stepped forward.
Look,
Wait, he scratched the back of his neck sheepishly. Surprised by his rather modest display, I looked at him intently. Yes? About earlier, when you crammed that food into my mouth. Oh, those.
Oh, sorry
Long time
about
ago.
that.
Oh, I was joking, so don't worry about it. I'm sorry if it seemed mean-spirited. It wasn't my intention. No, you were right. Excuse me. Keer seemed both shocked and offended by my reaction.
thanks.
What I mean to say is, you did help me. Later. Later? I gave you a walking stick, fed you, fought a giant bird, took you to the altar, got ditched, only for you to come crawling back. And I accepted you a second time. Now I'm starting to wonder why I did. You asshole. I think contemplating as he glanced away anxiously, as if during that I would refuse to help him now. I stuck out my tongue to appease him. Don't worry about it. Maybe I was right about me having immeasurable kindness. I am grateful, but you exaggerated a bit. You're definitely not the best Heavenkind has to offer. Piqued, I gave him a swift kick on the back of the leg. Ow!
Right.
You're right, I'm not. But I'll definitely be the best knight. Even if I lost some kindness points with that action, I'll re-earn them tomorrow. Night, Keer. Night. I closed the door behind me, resisting the urge to squeal about tomorrow. That will make Weir upset.